Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today in this video I'll explain you how the price of gold has moved in the month of July 2024 and how the price of gold can move in August of 2024. See, looking at this particular chart, what we have seen that the gold has made three highs. Okay, first high, second high, and this is, you can say, around 2-3 times made a new high. Okay, and a high we have seen at a level of around $2484. This is the third high we have seen. Okay, now looking at this particular chart, what I have told you, that see, this is the high we have seen, and this level, after this level, what we have seen, this was a strong support and then a bounce back we have seen. As I've already explained you, when there is a resistance and support, what will happen, a bounce back can come, okay, or it will move upside, okay, or that means it will cross that level or it will break this particular level. Now for all these months, what we have seen, see, previous month we have seen it's trying to form a doji candle, and after that, before that, it is continuously on an upside because there was a range breakout happened. That is where it was continuously moving high. Now whenever it is making a new high, we have seen a fall is coming, and in 2004 we have seen there is a continuous higher and higher we have seen in the price of gold. Okay, now what we can see looking at this particular chart, there is a continuous upside and we can see it can go towards $24-28 and then a new high at level of around $24.50, and if started sustaining up this level, we can see it will go towards the level of $24.83. Okay, previous month's high, you can see that the volatility for a month wise we have seen around $100 or $120 if you look at this trend. Okay, so probability can be high if the price keep moving above this level. We can see a level of around 2500 and then to a level of 2520, then there can be a probability it can go towards 2600 also. Okay, there will be an upside and downfall, you can see. So if you're going for a month wise chart, you have to define your risk and the target. Okay, and what you can do is best that you can trail by 10 to 15% so you can get the maximum of an upside. Okay, now if the price didn't sustain, see, because I have to explain on both the sides. Okay, because see, market is always uncertain. Okay, so you have to understand to put your SL so your capital can be safe, and try to trail the SL so your profit can be safe. These two things you have to do. Now if the price didn't sustain, it can move towards its next support of $21, which is a support one. If the price moving below that particular level, chances of going towards 2244 we can see after crossing a level of 2280. The second support is 2280 and third is 2244. If the price falling below this level, a further downfall we can see, and then we will see it will come in a zone of $2141 below a level of 2200. Okay, and then it will move in this zone, so you have to keep that in mind. But we have seen around $100 to $150 movement whenever in a month wise in gold. If the price started going above this level, we can see there can be a higher side, but if started going below this month's low of 2316, before I explain you that the dollar index is trying to go higher, but it is moving in this zone. So you have to keep it in mind that as soon as the dollar index started sustaining over 104.5, then we can see it can touch a level of 106 also, which is already being tested, so chances are high a further upside. But if started falling below a level of 103.8, then a further fall we can see towards 103.3 and then a further low. There will be a zone breakout, so further downfall we can see and then a further fall. Okay, so you have to keep it in mind. If the dollar index started going upside, we can see the gold silver price can come down. Similarly, if the dollar index started going down, we can see the gold silver price can go up. This is what there is a narrow pattern forming, so chances are very high that if the price started going below 103, a further fall we can see, sharp fall, or if started going over 105.5, a fall of upside, sharp upside we can see. On the price of silver, and I've already explained you from 2 months it's continuously downtrend. Okay, it is already at a support. See, not what happened, it had touched the level of 27.3 and then a little upside we have seen. A strong support we can see coming at a level of 26.9. so if the price started falling below this level, it can touch this level and a bounce back can come, or if it started falling, then it will move in this zone. So you have to see when the price started falling below a level of around 27.3, chance of touching 26.9 on a higher side. From there, a bounce back or a fall we can see. Now looking at this particular chart of silver, what we can see, suppose if the price sustain this level, a probability of going towards a level of 28.5 we can see if the price sustain, and if that sustain, a further upside we can see towards $28.8, which is already being, you can see it will cross this level, and after that it can touch a level of 29.9, which is also being a weak resistance. So chances are high it will cross this level and it will go towards 31.3. And as soon as the price started going above a level of 31.3, we can see a level of 31.7, and then a further upside movement we can see. But if the price didn't sustain, what we can see, suppose if the price didn't sustain, it can move towards its next support coming at a level of 27.3, and if the price falling below that particular level, a further fall we can see towards $26.9. Okay, if the price falling below 26.9, a further fall we can see towards $26.15, and from there a further fall we can see towards 25.3. Okay, if the price falling below a level of 25.3, a further fall we can see towards 24.9, and then a further fall we can see towards $24.7, and then it will move in this zone. Okay, so if the price fall below 24.7, a further fall we can see, and then so if the price started falling below 25, I'll make another video explaining where it can go. See, now the price of crude. Now if we look at the crude price on a month-wise basis, what we have seen that the crude price is trying to go down. Okay, it was in this zone, now it is already moved out of that month's low, so probability can be high it can go further down towards a level of 73.78 and then a further low. Looking at this particular chart, what we can see that the next strong support coming at a level of 68.3. So suppose if the price didn't sustain, we can see coming it can go towards a level of $74.8. Okay, and which is a support one, and if the price falling below that particular level, we can see it can touch a level of $72.28. That is support 2. Suppose if the price falling below that particular level, chances of going towards a level of 69.74 we can see, and if that didn't sustain, a further fall we can see towards a level of around to a level of $66.8 after crossing a level of 68. You have to keep it in mind because there will be higher chances as soon as the price started falling below $71, a further downfall we can see in the price of crude. Okay, and if that didn't sustain, a further fall we can see towards 69.53 and then a further fall. But suppose if the price sustain, it can go towards a level of 76.91, and from there it can go towards a level of 79.46, which is also being a resistance, which is a weak resistance. After that it will cross a level of around $82.3. Once the price started sustaining above 82.3, which is already being tested, so chances are high it can touch a level of $85, and from there it can go towards a level of 87.8. If the price moving above a level of 87.8, a further upside movement we can see towards 90.26, and then a further upside towards a level of 92.16, and then a further upside. If the price started going above 85, I'll make another video explaining it can go. So hope you like.